Hey there, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody is having a lovely day so far. At least it's sunny out here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's not warm at all, but hey, at least it's not dark and cloudy. I've been out of it for the last couple days a little bit. My wife's been out of town, as I've kind of talked about. She comes back tonight, so hopefully things get back to normal. Plus, I've been extremely busy with my real job, so I haven't had too much information out lately. On top of that, I'm in a little bit of a mini slump right now. It happens in all games, real life, fantasy games, playing poker, whatever it is. I'm going to continue to bet a little lighter right now. I don't know why. It goes against everything that I believe that statistically it shouldn't matter if you've had a bad couple nights in a row that you get into a good one. But I just feel like whether you're playing blackjack at the casino, you're playing poker online, you're playing Yahtzee with your wife, whatever it might be, you just get into these funks where everything kind of goes against you. Last night I didn't go very heavy on DJ Augustine, for example, but yet every single pass he threw, the outside shooters knocked it down, so he tallied up 13 assists. I only played 3 lineups, but I only won one of them because that was the only time I played him, and he was awesome. Whereas Steph Curry was playing awesome, but then he never played in most of the second half, or pretty much the whole fourth quarter, because they were up by so much. So those things happen. When they do happen, instead of trying to win all your money back the next night, maybe step back a little bit, play a few lower dollar amounts. Don't lose all your money just because you're on a little bit of a mini slump. Let's get back at it tonight, though. Lots of good people available, lots of good people to play this evening. So I just looked through everything, did some research, and there's lots of guys I like out there this evening. As normal, if you are watching this video and you haven't done so yet, please help me out by subscribing to this channel. Share me on YouTube, share me on Twitter, Facebook, whatever it might be. Anything like that. If you have not yet played on DraftKings and you're playing on FanDuel, give DraftKings a whirl. What you're going to like is you're going to like the late game moves that you can make. You can set your lineup and then make adjustments later on in the late games if they do lock. So that's something you can take advantage of. If I'm not getting your questions on social media, nothing personal, just getting a lot of them, and I only have so many hours in the day. If you are on Facebook, though, and if you're looking for a place to talk fantasy sports, join a group called Fantasy Sports Advice and Analysis. If you're into playing daily hockey and you're on Twitter, check out a guy named NHL Daily Fantasy on Twitter. I'm not a hockey guy, so I'm no help there. Good luck on your free rolls tonight. If you are one of my affiliates and signed up through me, I did send those out earlier. And let's try to win some money doing that. So let's jump into the guys tonight. There's a lot of good people to take a look at this evening. Let's monitor the injury report moving forward today. Specifically, I believe Kevin Durant's out, so that's one to look at. I'm interested to see what the Bucks do with Zaza and Ersan. I believe Ersan's out. I think Zaza probably won't play either, but I don't know any of those things for sure. So you're going to have to watch those. The Bucks are playing really well right now, so you want to look at those guys closely and monitor injury situations. So, first things first, Russell Westbrook had a huge night Monday. I think Durant is going to sit out again tonight, so it's kind of hard not to play Westbrook if Durant isn't in. And I kind of like that game tonight. Pelicans Thunder to be a pretty decent game, so I'll definitely consider Russell as somebody I'll play in at least a lineup or two. Steph Curry should have a decent night again. He's been pretty good lately. You always just get worried about Steph that they may blow the team out that they're going up against. That happened last night. I thought the Kings would give him a better run for their money. They did not, and Curry ended up not playing in the fourth quarter, even though he was awesome in the first 3. Moving down the pay scale quite a ways, Jared Jack he's very reliable. The Toronto matchup doesn't scare you at all. Toronto plays a higher scoring game, so I think Jack can capitalize off that, have a decent night. But if you look $500 below that, I'd probably rather go with DJ Augustine. Other than one bad game, he's been really good since taking over for Jennings, and I'm really not going to doubt him for a while, I guess. So I think he's somebody you can play with confidence. Dropped down $1,200 lower, though, and I like Tony Parker for $5K. The Magic cannot stop the point guard spot. If you look at the last few games, what point guards have done against the Orlando Magic, it's been incredible. I like all Spurs tonight, with the exception of probably Tim Duncan. I just get worried he doesn't see enough minutes, and he's so inconsistent. His minutes are so inconsistent, too. But the Spurs haven't played in a few nights, so I'm a big fan of Parker this evening. Jared Bayless for 4,300 is another decent play, especially if Brandon Knight doesn't play. So you're going to want to watch Brandon Knight. If Brandon Knight doesn't play, I like Jared Bayless tonight. Jervis Vasquez from Toronto, 3,800. If you need a guy in that price range, he's definitely worth a look. I think Marcus Smart is worth another look. He was pretty decent last night if he's starting again. And then another guy at 3,400 I like a lot if he is in the starting lineup. Rondo should be out again tonight. I don't see any way that he plays. So J.J. Barea for 3,400. He dropped 26.5 points the other night, and that was on a poor shooting night. He was 4 of 14 from the field. You know, imagine if he goes 6 of 12, he should get a few more points. So J.J. Barea, if he's in the starting lineup, is worth a play. Moving on to shooting guard, I think Tyreke Evans has proved that he's very consistent. He's a pretty good 50-50 guy. I like this matchup tonight. I think Thunder Pelicans could play a good game. Monte Ellis, I am done with him in 50-50 games. He's just too damn inconsistent for me. Every night I play him, he does terrible. Every night I don't play him, he's awesome. So I think he's somebody that you can shove into a GPP lineup, but he is high risk, high reward. Jimmy Butler for 7,500. He had a really bad January, but he's starting to pick it up again. He's gone over 40 points 3 of the last 4. I don't trust him 100% because that one game he didn't go over 40. He was not good. You know, Jimmy Butler is somebody you can consider. Bradley Beal's been playing well the last couple nights, so Bradley Beal for 6K is worth considering. Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Bucks. I like a lot of the Bucks guys. He's at 5,800. He's played well lately. If the Bucks go with a depleted roster again tonight, you know, let's play and see Zaza, Ersan, and Brandon Knight all don't play. Giannis really is, he's so young that he has to play extra minutes. And he's one of those guys that he does everything. He rebounds, blocks shots, gets steals, gets assists, scores points. So if they have a depleted roster, you know he can tally up points. Danny Green for 5K is worth looking at. He's had 2 straight good games, and I like everybody playing against the Magic. Dion Waiters, if Durant doesn't play tonight, he's pretty good. He was in the starting lineup. OJ Mayo, he got ejected the other night, so it was the reason he didn't hit value. Other than that, he just keeps hitting value. And then if you want to look for a low-dollar guy, the shooting guard spot, look at Willie Green of the Orlando Magic. The Magic have lost a bunch of straight games, and they're playing these high-scoring, you know, 115 to 100 games or 120 to 105. So Willie Green has seen a bump in his production lately. He's only 3,100, but he's averaging 25 points his last 3. So take a look at Willie Green of the Magic if you're looking for a low-dollar guy so you can go stud-heavy. One of my favorite plays for the evening, if you look into the small forward spot, is Kawhi Leonard for 7,700. I like him for so many reasons this evening. I'm all over him like stains on a mattress. He'll be in all my lineups. I hope he doesn't backfire on me because I just think he has every opportunity to have a big game playing that run and gun type of Orlando Magic game. Chris Middleton got a price jump today, but I still think he's very consistent for 5,600. Luol Deng is only $5,000 because he had the injury issue. His price dropped, so I think 5,000 for Luol Deng is very fair. Jared Dudley is somebody to watch for all those same reasons I've talked about the Bucks already. You want to see if he's starting, if Zaza and Ersan and Knight are out, Dudley has to step it up. Tony Allen for 3,200 has gone over 20 points in 3 straight games. He's coming off the bench now, but 3,200 is very low, and he's playing decently if you need a low-dollar guy. So, moving along to the power forward spot, it's finally happened. Zach Randolph's price has gone too high that he is no longer a must-start. He's gone from low 7s to mid-7s up to almost all the way to 9K now. He's at 8,800, which means he needs 44 to be value. He's not a guaranteed 44 like he was a guaranteed 35 or 38. So he's not a terrible play. He'll no longer be in all my lineups anymore. One of the studs I like tonight is coming out of the power forward spot, and that's Anthony Davis. He's probably him and Westbrook I like tonight for this game. He hasn't gotten less than 43 points in any of his last 10 games, and he's right around value most of those nights. So I think you can play Anthony Davis with confidence. Looking at a lower dollar amount, I like Jared Sullinger tonight, and I like him for a lot of reasons. Denver is bad against big guys. They play a fast-paced game, so lots of scoring. Sullinger is supposed to become a bigger part of the offense, according to Coach Brad Stevens. He went over 40 points last night. So I think he's somebody you can look at as a very safe play this evening. I'll probably have Sullinger in a lot of my lineups tonight. Another guy I like is Donatas Motiejūnas, or whatever his name is, 5,600 from Houston. He's very reliable. He's a wonderful 50-50 guy. No Dwight Howard for the next month, so I think he gets more minutes. Same team for the Bucks. John Henson, 5K. No Zaza. He's a good player. I think Brandon Bass is solid again tonight versus Denver, so you can look at Brandon Bass. Like I said, there's lots of good guys to look at tonight, and if you're looking for low dollar, high upside, look no further than Boris Diaw. Upside galore for him tonight. At the center spot, I think Hassan Whiteside is very fair at the price he's at. He's been crushing it lately. That's been well documented. His only downside is he gets into foul trouble. It happened to him last night, so 7 minutes into the first quarter, he had to sit down for a long period of time, and Birdman came in and played well. But if Whiteside can stay out of foul trouble, he has huge upside. Joakim Noah's been good his 3 straight games. There's no Dwight Howard in there tonight, so I think the post comes a good place for Houston to have a little issues, and I think Noah can take advantage. If you look at that Denver-Boston game, I expect that to be higher scoring. I think Joseph Nurkic, he killed me last night with his foul trouble, which is always an issue with him. But I like him tonight again. He's only 4,400. And in that same game on the other side, Tyler Zeller did the same thing. He killed me with his foul trouble last night. But for 4,100, he has a lot of opportunities to exploit that Denver's weak interior defense. Tiago Splitter is a very good play tonight for 3,400. He's usually right around value, and he gets all that upside playing against the Magic. And if you're looking for somebody else, I think Robert Sacre from the Lakers for 3,300 is worth taking a look. So I'm a little out of my breath now. That was a lot of guys to go over, but there's a lot of good plays tonight. Always a big slate on Wednesday. Wednesdays are usually a good night to bet big. So good luck tonight. Hopefully we can break out this little slump I know I've been in. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but let's try to win some cash this evening.